Hello guys, let's look at Cekena, that is the paper that is done in Central Kenya National Schools. So this is paper 1, later on I'll be doing paper 2. So guys, these are the instructions. Write your name, class and index number in the space provided above. Then you must sign, write the examination date. Then there is very important point here. This paper consists of 2 sections. So we have section A and section B, where section B we choose questions. So guys, I will be taking you through this paper. So the first question is give reasons why powder type fire extinguishers are not recommended for use in the computer laboratories. So here you can talk about that powder clogs or blocks some parts of the computer. So clogging of computer keyboard keys, you get your 2 marks. State 2 benefits of using monitor as an output device when compared to a printer. So guys, here the examiner want to see the benefits of using a monitor compared to others like printer. So information can be stored for future use. One can verify the work before producing the hard copy, and also display is almost immediately or instantaneous. Cost effective since less stationery is required. Question number 3. What is meant by software copyright? It is an intellectual property right by software owners to prevent other people from copying the work without permission. Generally, a copyright is just a protection. It's a protection against illegal duplication. Then we have describe 4 essential equipments to achieve virtual reality. So this is form 4 topic. So we have the headgear. This one should be the headgear. Just add G. So we have the headgear. We have bodysuit. We have gloves and virtual reality software. Then question number 5. Distinguish between logic and physical topology as used in networking. Logic topology involves the way data passes from one device to the next on the network, while physical topology refers to the physical layout or arrangement of components on the network. When you talk about logic, this is how data flows, but physical is the arrangement. Then we have the next question. The next question here is Uzima Secondary School intends to set up an internet connection in their school for e-learning purposes. Advise the school management on 4 internet connectivity requirements for them to be able to access the internet. Guys, here are the answers. We have the data signal, we have networking software, we have communication devices, and data communication medium. Then we have describe the following terms as used in MS Word or in Microsoft Word. That is the software we use in Form 2 in word processing. So we have text wrapping, column breaks. So text wrapping, it is a feature that allows an object to be surrounded by text. So that's what we call a text wrapping. Then we have column breaks. It is used to force the cursor to move to a new column in a page. Then we have the CEO of Kcse Tea Factory wishes to computerize activities in the factory. He asked his system analyst to advise him on the areas that needed to be computerized. State 3 reasons why an organization may opt to develop a new system. Guys, this is system development. That is topic, last topic in Form 3. So we have new directives. You can say new directives from the boss. We have new opportunities, problems with the current system, and also to curb competition. Name 3 types of graphics used in word processing. This is first topic in Form 2, word processing. So we can have screenshot, we can have charts, we can have photographs, we can have clip arts, and shapes or auto shapes. Give a reason for enforcing referential integrity. This is databases in Form 2. So the work of enforcing referential integrity is to ensure that any change made on the parent table is reflected on the child's table. Then we have question number 11. State 3 ways in which computer virus infection can be prevented other than restricting the usage of removable storage media. So number 1, we have installing an up-to-date antivirus, scanning emails before opening, avoid using pirated software, also install firewalls or disable the computer drives. You can just disable the USB drives at regedit. Then we have question number 12. Name any 3 types of validation checks during data entry. So here we have presence check. This is whereby you check whether data is present. Length check, like for example, if you are working with ID numbers, let's say they have 13 characters. If you insert 14th character, the system should know that you have messed up. That is the length check. Also, we have data type check. Like for example, when you want to insert date and time, and then you insert money or currency, the system should flag that one as an error. Then we have the parity check. Number 13, explain the role of the following ICT specialists. This is careers in ICT, that is Form 4 topic. Then we have computer technician, we have information system manager. So a computer technician is responsible for troubleshooting hardware and software related problems. To troubleshoot is to check for anomalies. Then we have assembling and upgrading computer and their components, ensuring that all computer related accessories are in good working conditions, help in creating some computer components, e.g. storage devices. Then you have the information system manager. He or she is responsible for making sure all tasks in the IT department are done correctly, preparing budgets in the department, keeping department inventory records up to date, that is record keeping, and also managing human resource within the department, that is the people under him or her. Question number 14. 1. Differentiate between primary key and an index key as used in databases. So primary key is a unique identifier of records, where an index key helps to ease the search of a record, or just make the record easy to search. Part 2. This is part 2. Part 2, we have differentiate between hardware and software compatibility. A very good question. This is a question that is in second topic of Form 1. That is, the topic is called computer systems. So hardware portability is the ability of moving computer components from one place to the other, whereas software portability is the ability to install programs in different platforms. Or you can also say it is ease of copying from one machine to the other. Define the term simulation, that is in Form 4. Simulation is the ability to represent real objects using computers. Like you can look at computer game. A computer game like Need for Speed. You see Safari Rallies. Also a game like GTA. It simulates how people behave. We have our section B. Remember here, question 16 is compulsory. That should be the instruction on the question paper. That is question 16. You can section B, sorry. Answer question 16 and any other 3 in this section. There is no need of answering all the questions. Just choose questions wisely and stick to the examiner's instructions. Define the following terms as used in programming: object program, debugging, dry running, modular programming. So we have an object program is a program that is in a machine understandable form or format. It is a translated source code. Debugging is the process of going through a program to remove or detect errors. Dry running is an example of debugging. So dry running is going through a program where it is still on the paper to remove the errors. Lastly, on that part, we have modular programming. This is the process of subdividing a computer program into separate sub-programs that performs specific tasks. Guys, remember in question 16, you'll get at least 5, at most 5. At most 5, that is 5 and below marks in part 1 of the question. Then part 2 will be given a flowchart. You draw a pseudocode, or you interpret, or you even draw a flowchart. So this is my flowchart. Draw a flowchart that would reduce the integer 100 to 0 by 2. That is reduced by 2 as it displays the integer. So this is the flowchart. The flowchart starts, sets x to 100, then display x, then x, it will be, here will be x equals to x minus 2. Then it will just make a decision, is x equal to 0? If the condition is no, it displays, and then the process is repeated. You can see that one is self-explanatory once you look at the flowchart. Then we have implement a pseudocode for the flowchart above. So we have 2 versions of the flowchart here. You can use for loop or repeat until, just like you can see displayed on your screen. Then we have define the term auto recalculation in spreadsheets. So we have a formula result is automatically recalculated when you change data in the cell that are used in the formula. So if you change, if example here in this question, if I compute the net pay, then I change the basic salary, the net pay will automatically adjust. So we have this, the sheet below was extracted from an Excel program. Use it to answer the following questions. So we have Joseph with that basic salary and Sarah. So name 2 data types represented in the extract. So here we have values. These are values, and this is text or labels. So this one can also be called text. This one can be called a number or numeric. The value 5% was typed in cell A10. Write a formula used to calculate the total tax for Joseph. So this is the formula that is supposed to be supplied there with equal sign. Then the formula, this one was typed in cell E2. What is the formula that will be displayed in E5? So that one is here. Okay, for this question, there is a link below this video that will redirect you to Mwalimu Ogeke's channel, where you will be in a position to see how this one is achieved. Then we have the figure below shows a picture toolbar. This is in Microsoft Word. Name and state the functions of the features marked A, B, C, D. So this one is crop tool, this one is rotate, and this one is text wrap. So we have crop. Crop is used to hide unwanted part of the graphic so that they don't appear when one prints. Then we have rotation flip. It's used to change the angle. Then we have text wrap. It's used to define how text behaves around an object. Then we have change case is where a user applies so that the text can be, okay, this is this is the change case. So write the word digital signal in title case. Title case capitalizes the first letter of every word, whereas toggle case toggle case just mixes the stuff. Whatever was the capital letters becomes small. Whatever was small becomes capital. Then we have question 18. Explain the term neighbors as used in data representation in a computer, 1 mark. This is first topic in Form 3. So enable is a half byte or 4 bits. Then we have this calculation here. Write that one, that is 1 into 2's complement notation in byte form. So this is how it is accomplished. You can just look at this one. This one is converted into 80 bits. Then you negate whatever was 0 becomes 1, and whatever was 1 becomes 0. Then in 2's complement is 1's complement of a number plus 1. So you add 1. Then we have performed the following conversion. This one. This 17 is the integral part. 0.125, this is the fractional part. So the fractional part, you continuously multiply by 2 until you get 0 or get 1. But on this other side here, you divide continuously by 2, just like you are shown. Then we have this one. We have this one to decimal, changing this one to decimal. So this is how it's done. That part is divided by 16. This one is multiplied. Then you can get the answer there. Then we have this part 27 minus 35. So the part with the minus sign is enclosed with a bracket, and it is the one that will go all the way to 2's complement. For the first part 27, you just convert it to binary. Then you will add the result of this one together, just like I have done there. Then we have this one. This one you just read from the hexadecimal tree or chart, and then where there is F, you change it to the chart's equivalence. Then you get the whole answer. You mix them up. Question number 19. State the use of the following objects in databases. We have tables, forms, and queries. So tables are used to store data. Forms are used to enter data or for editing purposes. Query can be used for calculations, searching, and also sorting and other activities. Explain how parents and child tables are related in a relational database. 2 marks. So a parent table is the one that has the primary key of the relationship, where a child table is the one that has the foreign key of the relationship. Parent and child tables are related through a common field that links the two tables. Records in the child table relate to one record in the parent table. So that is the principle behind it. What is layering as used in DTP? So when we talk about layering, it is placing objects on top of the other. Why is layering very useful in DTP or in a desktop publisher? It may be used to create watermarks. That is the essence. Differentiate between fill and stroke. A stroke refers to a line style, where a fill refers to applying background pattern, such as shading, to a graphical object. So we have fill and stroke. Explain the meaning of each of the following with reference to computer crimes. This is Form 2 topic, data security and control. So we have cracking. Cracking is use of guesswork, whereby somebody may look at your age, then put password as the year of birth. That is guesswork, and probably it becomes true. Or checks on your sibling's name, that is the baptism name, like Jane or John, then types that one as guesswork and the computer opens. So then we have trespass. Trespass is illegal physical entry to restricted places where computers, hardware, software are kept. So in case you sneak to computer lab, that is trespass when the teacher has not allowed you. Then we have mention any two advantage of running both the old system and the computerized system simultaneously. This one is called parallel changeover. So what are the advantages? This is system development. That is topic in Form 3. So if the outputs from the two systems are similar, confidence in the there will be confidence in the ICT system. So you can see that is a very intelligent answer. They will compare the results. Users have time to familiarize themselves with the ICT systems. It is reliable because it enables through testing. Weaknesses in either of the system are corrected. Then you have stage 2 tasks that are carried out during system implementation stage. So we have changeover, we have staff training, we also have file conversion. Our last question, question 20, differentiate between job displacement and job replacement with reference to impact of ICT on society. So displacement means job initially done manually are now computerized. Hence, the employees who do not have the relevant computer skills may be moved to other manual jobs. Whereas replacement means the unskilled workers may be replaced with the skilled workers or skilled ones. Stage 2 advantage of working from home. This one is called telecommuting. So this is time and money is saved, and then there is no supervision, so you can do your work perfectly. Stage 2 disadvantages of working from home. Number 1, there will be interference from family members. You can see a small kid behind you, and probably you are communicating with your boss, or you are doing something like teaching online. So then we have overworking or underworking. Then we have explain the following terms in reference to network, multiplexing and demultiplexing. This is topic networking. So multiplexing is sending multiple data signal over the same media, whereas demultiplexing is the process of separating the multiplexed signals at the receiving end. Then we have simplex and half-duplex transmission. Simplex means there is communication in one direction. Half-duplex, there is communication in both directions, but one at a time. Simplex, a good example of simplex is when you are listening to news from a radio or from a television. You are just getting communication from one direction. Whereas half-duplex, you can take policemen communicating using over. The one policeman must say over so that the other one can continue. With aid of an illustration, briefly explain the following types of topology. We have star topology. Remember, using an illustration so you can draw and give a brief explanation. So star topology is a type of network topology in which every device in the network is individually connected to a central node known as switch or hub. So you can see these are the nodes, then these are computers connected together using the hub. So you can also try to look at advantages and disadvantages. The examiner may ask for advantages and disadvantages. Then we have bus topology. All devices are connected to the central cable called the bus or the backbone. Transmission and reception of a message is done by all the nodes. However, only one node can carry out transmission at one time. So here we use the Ethernet transmission. Remember, you have the token link and Ethernet. So this is the bus, this is the backbone, and also we have terminators that prevent bouncing back of the signal. So we have the difference between that one. Guys, that is the end of that presentation. Remember to subscribe. Remember to visit my channel again. I will be doing paper 2. That is Excel and Microsoft Access questions, very good questions that were brought in the Cekena. So guys, you can also download copies of this paper from my website. The URL of my website is just below this video. Thank you very much.